the best grooming colors for you, Yes, all natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Baby got products that are made for you with high quality, yeah. So get it started with the black, yeah. Company, you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Get it luxury, yeah. Black, gentleman, black, yeah. Company, you swagger, style, class, and luxury. Get it luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
Yo. What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormybman for this Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is the post-fight show for Crocker versus Donovan. Fight just wrapped up a little moment ago, and we had a chance to see something very interesting play out in the field of this sport, where it's a rare occurrence, but all the same, we have to applaud the conclusion and outcome of this particular fight, where we saw Lewis Crocker win by DQ over Patty Donovan. I believe that Patty was actually the favorite going into this fight, and Crocker both entered with undefeated records, but Crocker fought well within the rules of the sport, and Donovan just couldn't help himself, people, where he ended up having 2 points deducted for fouls, and then the ultimate DQ at the end of the 7th round. He hit at the end of the 8th round, at the end of the 8th round, he hit Crocker after the bell, basically after he had dropped him earlier in the round, and the referee, Marcus McDowell, decided to disqualify him. And it was a just disqualification. An amazing ending to a fight where we could see, as things were going, the fouls by Donovan were plenty. And it just seemed like he might be on his way to a decision win, because I had him ahead on points, even though that there had been 2 points deducted. His activity, his busyness of each round was what had him out in front, because Crocker's punching during the fight was very effective. It's just that he wasn't doing enough. Although he was applying the pressure in the fight, he still wasn't letting his hands go enough. But lo and behold, the referee took note of everything, and he took control of this fight. And it's to the testament of the ref that we owe a great deal of respect for keeping the fight within the rules. And it was the undisciplined acts of Patty Donovan that saw him just continue on with his ways that he thought that he can operate within, and he ended up being DQ'd. It was a really weird situation. My call of the fight, I'm talking to my chat and those watching, and I'm saying that this guy's just fouling like crazy. And to see a referee take control of a high-profile fight. The fight was broadcast live on Dazn from Belfast, Ireland. And this was a fight between two Irish fighters over in Ireland. A Matchroom promotion. Ed Hearn was there. And it was just an amazing way to see things play out. But I applaud and I salute the referee for taking control and doing the right thing. So this is where we find ourselves now in the aftermath of those events. And this is the post-fight show for that card. Salute to everybody out there. Those of you who were with me during my call of the fight, thank you for returning to support me here. And just know that, I talk about these things all the time, and we find ourselves in situations where, and I said it as I signed off on the fight for the call that I made. I said, just watch the sport of boxing. Please watch boxing. Don't just watch a fighter. Don't just, go for what you know or what you hear about or what's popular. But watch the sport in its totality, because you are going to learn that way. You're going to witness things that you can file in your database for the experience of boxing, and understand like why I can be so strict within my viewpoints on the sport and fighters in general, and understand that that's how I came to that point, by just watching the sport, watching fighters, watching events. And today we got a genuine education on how it's conducted when things are done the correct way. So, that's what this post-fight show we're talking about a little bit. And just know that we had a chance to see some good boxing. And even though it wasn't the most popular guys or guys who are most familiar with us, we saw some very interesting things play out from Northern Ireland. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. And I won't hold you too long, because I know I got to give you a break between now and what's coming up on Amazon Prime. So some of you may be primed to tune in to that. And we'll have something to say about that card later. But this card was brought to us in a way that, again, if you're just a fan of boxing. And when I started off the broadcast of calling, there weren't a lot of people around. I started right as the cruiserweight opener was wrapping up. And that was an interesting affair within itself. The cruiserweights, where we saw Timothy McCartney taking on Stephen Ward. And McCartney and Ward are cruiserweights who both have had their shares of victories and losses. And they were facing one another after being very familiar with one another in the gym with sparring and things of that nature. These two men came together in a scheduled 10-rounder that saw McCarthy, who was pretty much the favorite in this fight over Stephen Ward. We saw him down in the second and in the 6th round. He was stopped. And it was an interesting affair because, once again, our biased announcers, they were talking about McCarthy as if he was going to turn a corner in this fight. But I had Ward winning the fight, and the knockdowns and stoppage just kind of were the cherry on top. When McCarthy went down in the 2nd round, some of those announcers, they were like, "Oh, we didn't see that coming." I was like, "I did. I saw it coming," because Ward came out with more purpose and a dutifulness about himself as he attacked McCarthy with his punches. He was throwing punches with mean intentions and not looking to just be in there, kind of just, surviving and thriving in the situation. Very interesting situation. But we saw what happened. And McCarthy is a guy now with the record that he has, 21-6. He's been stopped a few times. Jai Opataya took care of him, I think. Had a situation there. But he may want to rethink things because he's kind of in a Joe Joyce type position. These stoppages are not good. And you're being hit by men over 200 pounds. That's not good at all. Stephen Ward looked the fresher of the two. His record now goes up to 14-3 or 15-3. A good, solid fighter that may get a chance to be an opponent toward one of the other named fighters in the division. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. There was a fight between the ladies, Shauna Brown, and she took on Alif Nur Turhan in a lightweight bout, and we saw a knockout there where she stopped her with a tremendous left hook. I mean, it was a tremendous left hook Shauna Brown landed. It was an amazing fight for the ladies at lightweight. I mean, there's good fights out there, people. I mean, we know what's coming up here stateside this evening with Tank Davis taking on Lamont Roach and a pretty decent, what appears to be a pretty decent undercard happening there. But again, because this card was in Belfast on Dazn, a matchroom promotion, and two Irish fighters that pretty much the stateside people didn't give a care about, it just goes to show boxing is truly an international sport. It's just like you could watch a great NBA game in America, it's the NBA. But you can watch some great pro league ball over in other countries because the other countries have closed the gap in talent, and we can see it. So it's the same with boxing. The gap in the talent has been closed, and the sport is really thriving, regardless of some people who like to say boxing is down and it's in the sewer and this and that. The mindset of people about boxing and some of its participants are in the sewer. But the sport itself is one of the best sports that you could be a supporter of if you know what you're looking at, if you know what side your bread is buttered on. Yeah. So then we had the featherweights, where we had Kurt Walker taking on Leon Woodstock in a very interesting fight that turned out to be a majority decision, even though I had Kurt Walker winning this fight hands down and easily, but Leon Woodstock hung around. That guy, he hung around, man. And listen, he'll get another call. You understand? And that's great, because you want to see guys like that show and display the fighting spirit that Woodstock brought to this fight. His record drops to 16-3 after this, and Kurt Walker is now 11-0 or 12-0. But it was a very interesting majority decision win when I had it unanimously for he. But a great featherweight scrap up between a former Olympian and Walker and Woodstock, man. So it's crazy, but it's not crazy. Then we had some light heavyweights that were the co-main event, and Craig Richards as he took on Patrick McCrory. Now this fight was so interesting because Craig Richards, who has faced some named fighters in the sport of boxing that we are familiar with. I mean, Richards has faced the likes of Willie Hutchinson, Joshua Buatsi, Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Just to name a few over his past 6 fights. Although McCrory hasn't faced anyone like that, he did lose to Edgar Berlanga by KO in February of 2024. So that was his biggest fight. But on this night, the 36-year-old McCrory took on the 34-year-old Richards. And Richards is a counterpuncher. And I talked about that during my call of the fight. And I talked about the fact that Richards is always waiting for someone to attack him so he can fight back. He's not as adept as going and taking the lead or the initiative, but he's gameful. He will fight you if you turn the heat on him. He's going to be competitive. And Joshua Buatsi found that out a couple of years ago when he faced him. But there were moments in this fight where McCrory decided to let loose that big right hand he has, because he does punch well with the right. And each and every time he did that in the fight, we saw Richards turn up on him, and which made him even more hesitant to attack Richards. And it ended up being a stoppage because, you know, he was counted out when Craig Richards threw a perfectly timed left hook to the floating rib as McCrory had thrown the right hand. He timed it well, body shot. McCrory went down and took the full count. His corner even got up and was ready to throw the towel in. They were like, we're going to stop it. You know what I mean? So, and that was an 8th round stoppage for Richards. A very entertaining ending to the fight that saw Richards really outboxing Patrick and on his way to a decision. But at least they didn't have to do the extra mileage. He cut the show short and brought on the main event. So salute to Craig Richards, who undoubtedly is going to get another opportunity against someone at light heavyweight, and that would be awesome. Maybe Anthony Yard or someone like that. A great fight for him. But yeah, so the main event, again, Lewis Crocker taking on Paddy Donovan. Listen, there was a lot of damage that Crocker incurred fighting behind a very high guard and stepping right into the danger zone with Donovan. he stayed close to Donovan, nullifying the advantage of southpaw position, which Donovan was enjoying. And he cut the distance down. So the power of Donovan's shots, who could catch you at mid-range to distance and be effective with his fast hands, Crocker was fighting with a particular strategy. But along the way during the fight, Donovan got very frustrated with this and started to mix in a little bit of the foul play that led to a DQ. Some of it was regarding how he, elbowed and shouldered and pushed and stiff-armed Lewis Crocker, and some of it had to do with a lot of headbutts mixed in. Crocker's face looked worse for wear, but it wasn't from all the punching. It was a lot from headbutts and elbows, you guys. So replays were spot on, catching some of the fouls that Donovan had meted out, and it was great to see the fact that he was penalized appropriately. He suffered from a point deduction in the sixth round initially, and then he suffered another point deduction in the, I want to say, what was that? The round where the fight ended up being stopped. The ref had taken another point from him, and when they resumed the action, he dropped Crocker with a shot. Crocker got up inside the count, and I was like, oh, it's not looking good for Crocker. Maybe he's going to stop him. And just as the bell was ringing to end that round, Donovan went ballistic and kept throwing punches and threw a knockout right hook, because he's southpaw, threw a knockout right hook to Crocker that caught him flush, and he went down again, but it was clearly after the bell. And so when he went to his corner, Crocker's cornerman had come up on the ring apron, and Donovan was celebrating as if he had knocked him out, and the ref called time, put everyone in the neutral corner, and disqualified Donovan for his dirty tactics. So he was deducted a point in the 6th round and the 8th round for the use of his head, and he was disqualified finally for flooring Crocker after the bell. It was one of the most amazing, sensational moments in boxing that I've ever seen. A guy just continue to foul as if he hadn't been warned at all. And I don't know if he was pumped up by the crowd and thought that he was in an environment where that cheering environment would be heavily influential over an official, like a referee. But this referee, Marcus McDonald, waved that fight off with his chest out. And I loved it because it was the right call. I had not seen a referee operate like that with no regard for pressure, because some guys cave in to pressure, and he did not. He withheld the dignity of the sport, and Lewis Crocker was awarded the victory by DQ over Paddy Donovan. An amazing ending. It was quite something, people. It was really something to behold, and it gave me an opportunity to remind our viewers who watch us call fights and listen to our broadcasts and our videos, when I'm always talking about paying attention to fighters in the sport, and not just individuals, but the sport as a whole. And it reiterated something that I've talked about for many, many times over, So it was just amazing to see how everything culminated. Let me take a quick moment to go to the chat and see who we got in the building. I'm not gonna, as I told you guys, I'm not gonna keep you very long. I want to acknowledge who we got here though, because some of you have been rocking with me through both the live stream of the fight call and this post-fight show. My man EJ is out there. What's happening? Joseph Curtis in the building. What's going on? Shower is back with us again. J-Man is out there. Yeah, there's more fights on there, J-Man. Absolutely. There's tons of fights. And then, like I said, Sabril Matias comes on about 8 p.m. from Puerto Rico, and it'll be on Dazn. J-Man says, you guys should see some of the comments on this fight. These casuals really think the ref sold the fight or stole the fight. I don't know if you meant sold or stole. Yeah, man. Casuals. Listen, you know Stormy B, man, don't have time for foolishness, man. Shower's out there with the Flames. Kamara is back with us. What's going on? Shaquila is back with us as well, saying peace. What's good, Shaquila? Thank you for returning. Let's see. Shower says, and you know this. Oh, you're talking, and he's like, I'm watching the other card. Okay, yeah. Kamara says, I just saw a promo for a boxing drama on BET, and a few other dramas about boxing are being released. Shower says, trying to draw folks into the sport. I like it. What else we got? Kamara says the PBC I can't speak tonight. What's happening? The PBC prelims are on YouTube. Okay. Thank you for that heads up there, Kamara. Shower says Scooter Davis about the fight. Michael Ray II is in the building saying salute Stormy in chat. Right back at you. Let's see who else we got out here. Let's see. J-Man says, pure foolishness indeed, Sensei. You're right. No need to even look at that nonsense. Yeah, man, please. I ain't, you know me. I got a short leash on that kind of stuff, man. And keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? That's like that whole thing, that debating stuff and all of that. That's just like two women trying to argue over a pair of shoes or something, or a purse or something. It's like, why? Huh? Debate. Huh? Debate some things like education and the drug problem that's in our community and apathetic approach to everyday life, and why some people want to sit up and criticize and look at others funny when they ain't trying to do nothing with their own lives or trying to elevate in any type of way, and they can't show no proper support or respect for elder authority. You understand? When you begin to start to debate those things and clean your act up like that, debating a boxer or a boxing match or the sport of boxing, you need to grow up. Seriously. There's far more things, because you know experts. You understand? And that's real. But anyway, like I said, this kind of thing here, it showed us when the sport is handled appropriately, it gives us exactly what we want. And that is fair play and men who come to the ring to give what they give. And we respectfully support and admire what they're able to do. Guys that we saw tonight, like Woodhall, that guy, amazing effort that he put out there. Crocker, in the event of what he was wrapped up in, to still show some man about himself. Admirable characteristic and quality. My hat is off to people like that. You see? It's amazing. Shower says, I'm an Israelite, and they do that mess. bring minds together and find truth and understanding. Yeah. You know, I talk about that kind of stuff, Shower, and my Patreon is going to show more of that. You know, that's what you'll be seeing over there on Patreon. You're not going to see me on YouTube where these fools will be on here and they can try to report you, or if they're working for Google and YouTube, they try to flag you and censor you and all of that. Up there's, because Patreon is the way is where it's going to be at. And if you want to hear Stormy, you gotta pay, you gotta pay to play. Yeah. And that's not against my supporters who have it, because you all, I do what I do because you support me the way you do. And that's a reciprocated thing that's going on, that you give me the inspiration to keep going and you show the love and support, and so therefore I want to do more for you. So that's how that works. You see these ignoramus out here in these streets, they can't come in and even hit the damn like button, but they'll sit up and mean mug you, and go and make diss videos on you, and be talking about you under their breath and everything, Yeah, that's what they like to do. You know who do that? Little girls. Girls. It's a female quality. And that's not to put women down, because women are going to be who women are. That's what they do. But why are men today trying to be women? I don't understand that. Because being a man is too tough? Yeah. Being a man is too tough for them. So they rather put on panties. Foolishness. Don't want to respect men who are getting it, men who are doing positive things. The Dubois family, for example, over in the UK. Over here, the Haney family and the Wilder family, doing things over here. You can't support that, but you can come out and you want to talk under your breath about people or try to be disrespectful to them, inviting them into a platform where you can try to attack and take them apart or something like that. What kind of foolishness is that? Make my ass itch with that foolishness. Read a damn book. This show right here has had over 30-something views since I've gone live. Possibly more, because some people will watch you in that incognito crap where you don't give a person a view. But my likes aren't even over 20. But they watching. What the fuck they watching for? Seriously. Because they're not here to bring anything solid. Anything positive? Bad juju is what they want to bring, but I have a bad juju repellent, and it'll always be on 10 when you come around these parts. So I don't really care. I point it out, and you might think with your ignorance that me pointing it out is, oh, he mad because I won't hit his like button. I don't give no fuck. I really don't. I just point it out because I like to show a mirror of ignorance and stupidity. So you being a part of that, just like y'all who get up and smoke blunts for breakfast, Yeah, you, and don't wash your ass, but you're running around showing your underwear all the time. Train tracks and all, That's what you do. You could never ascend to the place of knowledge of what I'm speaking about. Yeah, you. So get the fuck out of here with your fucking bonnets and your damn painted nails and capri pants, you purse-carrying motherfuckers. Huh? Yeah, you. Sitting up with dark shades on, hoods over your head and everything. Huh? Ain't nobody afraid of you. You're a disgrace. You don't represent me. You don't represent where I'm from and what I'm about. In the least. You could never measure up. We're talking about total ascension here. Elevation is what I'm about. Yeah. But you guys get ready for the evening's event, and there'll be more later. We'll see. But I'm excited. What a day of boxing it's been thus far. And there's still so much more on. I got something on right now on my monitor. I don't know who these guys are, but I got it on. That's why I'm in fight mode, you know, this day, you guys. March 1st, 2025 is all the way live. You dig? It's amazing, man. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Yeah. Salute to you, Tay-Tay. I see you out there. Freedom's March. What's good, bro? Good to see you come back. Shamar, Rashawn, Shalom. What's good with you? I see you out there. And if I've missed you, just know that you're still in my thoughts, because sometimes when I get to cooking, I be cooking, huh? And I got to keep my eye on the stove. You know how that go, huh? Ain't burning down the house. Yeah. So, with all of that, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go on out there into the universe, and let's see what happens and what comes back. Salute to you as well, Chiquila. Salute to you as well. Yeah. Freedom's March said ninjas watching. Of course, they watching. But I'm telling you guys, and salute to Shawa who put my link for my Patreon up there. You guys are better start watching them Patreons, man. Shawa, did you see the latest Patreon? Embracing Ignorance. Did you see that? That I did just a couple days ago? Check me out. Yeah, just make sure. Because you know what I'm saying? This is what, listen, I'm telling you, over there, I let the hair down. You know what I mean? And the best part, there's no Miguel. Huh? How about that? No Miguel. Unless Miguel wanna spend some money, huh? He a hoe anyway, ain't he? Oh, yeah. But with that being said, let's hear from my man, the Focus Ball, huh? How about that?
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a focus ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a focus ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a focus ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a focus ball. When you train with the focus ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the focus ball now.
Y'all know what it is, it's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pie. Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LBDC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LBDC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect tape.
Y'all know what it is, it's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 34 boxes has a missing box on the side. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance to win. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LBDC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LBDC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect tape.
So we're gonna get ready for the second roundup, or if not the the third roundup, because there's boxing all day today, you guys. I mean, it's probably gonna go on until past my bedtime. You understand? But it is what it is. We're gonna enjoy it, and we'll be back with a post-fight show after the second big card of the day. Peace to everybody out there. Come on back for some more. I got some more if you get up. A lot of more. Huh? Yeah! Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we gone. Yeah.
Are you shocked, Mr. Williams?
Only in how sloppy your man works.